69-45 is our final at Castle Coliseum. That's 6 wins in the last 8 ACC games for Virginia Tech, 3 straight 20-plus blowout wins at home. Kenny Brooks joining us in what became an emotional afternoon for Hokie women's basketball. It was National Women's Sports Day. We have all these young women in attendance, 8 to 12-year-olds that were balling out. You're wearing a bracelet right now that your youngest daughter, Gabby, gave to you. It spells out Daddy. You are the original girl dad, and you just got to watch Chloe Brooks shoot and make the first 3 of her college career.
Well, if you can see me through the radio right now, I'm smiling ear to ear. Obviously, I wear 2 hats, and I think it's well documented. And, to watch Chloe, go through the trials and tribulations of being a student athlete, just the injuries and her perseverance and, never giving up and just, coming out and just taking baby steps every day. And I'm so happy for her, so excited. That ball went up and, it was like slow motion for me. And, obviously through the tragedy of Kobe Bryant, and I've always been a girl dad and I've always loved it. And everyone's always told me, you need to have a boy. And it's like, I don't. I love my girls, and when she went in and knocked down that 3, it's so much joy and jubilation. But the joy and jubilation comes from watching everyone celebrate it. Not just Chloe, not just me, not just Chrissy, the whole team. And they're so excited and so happy for her because they've watched her go through this. But it just goes to show you what kind of group this is.
Yeah.
That they're tremendous. They love each other and they pull for each other, and that's the way you have to win games like this.
For those of you that are watching at home, let's have Coach Brooks show that bracelet real quick to the camera. Gabby is an artist.
I'll tell you what, I have a really expensive bracelet at home, and I think this may have cost a quarter to make, but this is on my arm for the whole season. And she's not here today. She's down in Tennessee playing in the volleyball tournament. But my girls, my biological daughters, but also my team. And just the way that they, have come together has been a wonderful, wonderful experience this year.
Chloe said a couple of weeks ago that watching Kendall play when she was a kid, Kendall gravitated to the game because the ball was in her hand and she wanted to get up shots. Chloe, of course, followed that path, but she wanted to get your attention and realized, hey, if I go into the study room when Dad's breaking down film, that's how I can have my one-on-one time with Dad. And then she realized she loved watching film.
She's an artist with it. I swear I think she's going to coach one day. Just the way that she sees the game. She's one of the smarter players I've ever coached. And obviously her body's trying to catch up to her mind right now, but she sees things, she knows things, and when I'm using my my honorary psychology degree, when I talk to kids and then I try to get them to think for themselves and get them to understand the whole situation, and I just tell them about it. I can't call on Chloe because she knows exactly what I'm talking about and what my message is, and but I think that she's definitely being groomed for that. And she's going to be tremendous at it one day.
Coach, we're all getting honorary degrees from the Brooks Institute this season. We appreciate it. 69-45 is our final against Miami. First half is prototypical of a team that's without their star post player. They've got to do anything to keep the game competitive. They start the second quarter. They score the first 8 points. You go into the first media timeout in the second quarter without a point, and then you score the final 10 points of the second quarter. You're up 8 at the half. 9 seconds into the third quarter, Asia Shepherd gets an and one layup. Game was never in doubt after that play.
Well, I mean, I think it's no coincidence. We kind of go as Taj goes, and when Taj was out, we were very stagnant. We didn't look good. We didn't score a point. We put her back in, and immediately, we got things going again. And to be able to finish out the half, I think our offense, it was not good in the second quarter, but that overshadowed the fact that we held them. We held them down, and I think they had 16 points at halftime, and that's kept us in the game. Because when you have 24 points, you don't typically expect to be up 8, at halftime. And I thought our defense was tremendous. We did a really good job. And if you go back and look at their 16 points at halftime, 4 of them were 3-pointers. And they're not a 3-point shooting team. And one kid was 3 for 3, and she's 22% 3-point shooter. And so, but all in all, it was a great effort. And then we got our offense going more in the second half. But this team has so much potential. They do. And we're just trying to push them so that they can reach it.
Miami was 2 for 20 on 2-pointers in the first half, 4 for 9 on threes. You mentioned Destiny Harden. She was 1 for 9 her last 8 games, had 5 on the season. She hits 3 big threes. But Kelsey Marshall and Micaiah Gray, they were 1 for 16 at one point in this game. Top 2 scorers. Same story. Third straight game for Virginia Tech. Top two scorers for Boston College, Clemson, Miami. Not only were they shut down, but from a team standpoint, this is three straight games. You have limited your opponent to a sub 30% shooting performance.
Well, I hope it continues, but we emphasize their players, their go-to people, but we don't do anything different other than make sure we know where they are and make their other players beat us. And we did a really good job of that today, and everyone stepped up. We played zone exclusively in the second half, and we actually went to the zone in the second quarter when we put Taj back in the game, just so that we could kind of hide her a little bit, and it was effective. So we carried it on and went out. And it's kind of hard, I'm a man-to-man guy, and when your defense is working, you don't really want to change it as much, but we had to do it because of foul trouble. It wasn't only Taj. I think we had Liz Kelly in foul trouble. Lydia was in foul trouble. I think Trinity had foul trouble in the first half. And I think one of my assistant coaches, they said, hey, that's 3 fouls on such and such, or 2 fouls on such and such. And I said, well, I don't have anybody else to go to. And but we finished it out, and we were able to weather the storm.
I know one person that's extremely unhappy with you right now, Wes Moore, North Carolina State. Your practice plan has changed dramatically after watching 2+ quarters of zone from Virginia Tech. You've been in their shoes before, and if you see it, you've got to prepare for it. You've got a game against a top 10 team on Thursday night, and that's certainly going to be in the back of their mind after watching you play zone for 2.5 quarters.
Well, I don't think he's worried about that. I don't know how much zone we can play against them. They have some tremendous shooters, and so we're just going to have to come out and put together a game plan and go out. But we're excited to play against them. One of the best teams in the country. We played them extremely tough at their place. Had a chance to win down the stretch. But the way the scheduling kind of goes is that now we get to play them twice a year. Yeah. And I've been here for 4 years, and we've played them 4 times, and 3 of them have been at their place. So they haven't been here, I think, since my first year, or maybe my second year. And so we're excited to get them in the building. Hopefully we'll have Hokie Nation come out and represent. Crowd here was great today. It wasn't stellar basketball in the first half, but I think we gave them something to cheer about in the second half, especially the third quarter. So hopefully we'll get a good crowd to come out to support us and give us a good chance to be one of the best teams in the country.
You're 16-5. You're 6-4 in the ACC, and you get to spend the rest of your Super Bowl Sunday with your family, relishing life, relishing the fam, and celebrating Chloe Brooks' first career 3.
Well, I think it's my extended family because I think they all invited themselves over to my house. So
of course,
I told them they could come over as long as I can go back in my man cave and listen to. I want to listen to the Super Bowl. They like to watch it and do whatever and eat. They'll probably talk and play games. But I want to watch it. So I said, hey, you guys are more than welcome, but I'm just going to sneak into the back.
This sounds like your life during most weeks when you show up and the girls are hanging with Chrissy and the rest of your family. Who invited you over? Not you. Don't worry about it, Coach. Hey, we're friends with your fam.
As long as I have my little corner in the house, I'm okay. That's all I need.
Coach Brooks, we'll see you on Thursday.
Thank you very much, Brian.
Kenny Brooks, Virginia Tech women's basketball.